No. The reality of Jesus, Joshua, Moses, the reality is true, and the reality is the true flesh is that sacred mushroom. That's the only way that you're gonna get some communication in a spiritual sense with God. Now, if God was a penis and we actually understood that and believed that, our lives would be very different. We wouldn't be relying on God to do things, because we all know that, you know, that penis is only good for one thing, isn't it? So, balls are full, head is empty. I tell you, to be honest, it shows you that life itself is controlled through sexuality.
And you're all in contempt of court.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll. That's what it's all about. Now we, as a people, us human beings, we can be free in the knowledge, in this knowledge, with this knowledge. With this knowledge, we can be free to enjoy sex, consenting adults. We can partake of magic mushrooms that empower us to see things we would never see. The spiritual world is now at our fingertips. And to me, I thank John Allegro for bringing the information out to my attention.
This has not been Susie Quattro. Thank you very much. Good night.
Anyway, so how did Allegro discover that Jesus was a magic mushroom? Well, basically, he's good at Aramaic, as I have said, and he was trying to understand what was in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And basically he kept coming across, I think it was like a U letter, like this same letter that kept appearing in a lot of things. And he worked out that the meaning of that letter was the sacred magic mushroom. And it appeared everywhere. I've also got my own theory. I don't know if it's my own theory or maybe I've heard it. The hat that Merlin wears is the same shape as the psilocybin silly mushroom, which is also a psychedelic mushroom found in England.
All over the world.
Well, it's found all over the world, but the English sillies specifically have got a nipple on the end and they're brown. And I've heard it been said that Merlin was, in actual fact, a magic mushroom. Maybe the church realises that if people were to be allowed to partake of the true Holy Sacrament, i.e. the magic mushroom, that it would wake people up to such an extent that everyone would have knowledge and wisdom and be able to do things, and they wouldn't go to work for the man, they would work for themselves, maybe. But then the Templars are the system. They are society. The Templars are the people that rolled out the blueprint for this system. Now, if they knew Jesus was a magic mushroom and not a real man, and that the church was spinning out a religion for the people so that the people would be controlled, the Templars would also keep this information to themselves and would never let it be known that that was the truth, because then everyone would be pointing the finger at them and the church.
Taking out his body, it was a psychedelic feast. Trip on, trip on, trip on, trip on, trip on, trip on, and on and on. Trip on, trip on, trip on. The coke was under pressure. Their beliefs were too profound. Soldiers, they had to go underground. And in the text of the New Testament, they made up a man's life to hide the true secret. The church sprang into life. So let me hear you sing it. Jesus was a mushroom, early Christian man would eat, partaking of his body. It was a psychedelic feast. Trip on, trip on, trip on. Keep control. You can't make money from a personal trip. You must pervert the meaning and sell it.